Yeah, shame-free life.
Hey family, hope you're doing well. This is Ronald Zahn. It has been a minute since we've been together, but we are back. And a lot of things have been transpiring, and it's definitely all good. All things work together for the good of them who love the Most High, those people that are called according to His purpose. We're going to talk about purpose, but before we get into it, I want you to do me a huge favor if you haven't done so already. I want you to subscribe to the Shame-Free Life channel. It's a subscribe button. Just click that subscribe button if you can, and right beside it is a bell. If you smash that bell, you will get instant notifications whenever I do decide to go live or upload a video such as this afternoon. So let's get right to it. I want to talk to you about unfinished business as it relates to trauma. And this is the purpose of the Shame-Free Life channel in dealing with trauma recovery from a coaching standpoint, to make sure that people not only take their identity back, or if they don't know their identity, to discover who they are. Not what they've gone through, not who other people say that you are, but who you truly are, according to the Creator that has created you for a purpose. Secondly, identity, but also purpose. Understanding that you have a purpose. And our purpose is not to bask in what has happened to us, to acknowledge what has happened to us, but that's not the sum total of who we are. That's just one page in a chapter in an entire book of your life. Unfinished business. You know, regardless if you have dealt with domestic violence, the criminal injustice system, have dealt with people who have berated you, rejected you, abandoned you, whatever that you have dealt with that's a classified trauma, PTSD, and also complex trauma. One event of trauma on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. Now we're talking about layers of trauma. Well, how we know that we've gone through trauma and where we have been in our lives is indicative of the triggers that we encounter. I don't care how anointed you are or think you are, how long you've been saved, or if you're not saved at all. That right, you know. Regardless of how much money you have in the bank or don't have in the bank. Regardless of your gender, regardless of your color, regardless of your ethnic background, regardless of your financial portfolio, regardless of your level of education, whether you have a PhD or a GED. We all have gone through trauma. And the reality is that we can understand that by the triggers that we go through, or the triggers that pull us. You know, it reminds me of the Latin word of trigger, which means to literally pull. Or somebody will say, you know what, that person pushed my buttons, or that person, just hooked me. That means that I was triggered by something that they did, by something that they said that reminded me of what happened to me in the past. So this present situation triggered me of a past event. Now that's real. And we've all gone through that. And we'll continue to go through. But when I talk to you about unfinished business, I'm simply talking to you from the standpoint of finishing the business concerning the injury of trauma. You know, oftentimes, for the sake of conversation, take a man or a woman, just for an example's sake, who was involved in a domestic violence, toxic, dysfunctional relationship. They are 5 years, 10 years, 15, 25 years removed from that relationship. Thank God. But they encounter somebody at Walmart, or they encounter somebody at church, they encounter somebody at a mall, or maybe at a red light, that was disrespectful, said something that was disrespectful. And it triggered them of an episode of their past. Or, trauma is so powerful. Unfinished business of trauma is that somebody can say something and didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but they just have a rough delivery. Or maybe they just had a rough day. Or perhaps they said it in such a way as calm as possible, but it was perceived by you or myself as being disrespectful, as being dishonorable. Not saying that those things don't happen and can't happen, but in this instance, let's just say that it was not what you thought it was. But when we see it through the lenses, that incident, when we see the event through the lenses of trauma, when we hear it through the ears of trauma, we automatically go back to what happened to us. That's the limbic system of our brain, not the prefrontal cortex that's responsible for processing. But the limbic system, it basically acts on emotions, and it knows, it's a computer in and of itself, everything that we've gone through. And so therefore, we are very hypersensitive in certain areas of our lives. And if it's something that reminds us of the hell that we've gone through, the hell that other people put us through, the hell that situation brought in our lives, now we're in defense mode. Even if it's not that situation, even if it's not even remotely close to being disrespectful, that's what trauma does. It disrupts our lives. Finally, talking about unfinished business. I don't know what you've gone through in your life. I don't know the pain that you've gone through or may be going through. But there is a remedy. You may not be responsible. We may not be responsible for the injury that was inflicted upon us by him, her, them. But we are responsible for our own healing. And I really believe that we need to get to a place, because I do believe that it's the will of our Creator, the Most High God, Yahweh, that we stop reacting and start healing. And stop looking for the people in our past to come back and say, you know what, I was wrong. What I did to you was wrong. What I said to you was wrong. How I contrived with others against you was wrong. They may not ever do it, and that's fine. But they're not responsible for your healing. They were responsible for the injury. And we're probably thinking, if you injured me, hell, you're supposed to be rectifying this. If you injured me emotionally, you're supposed to fix this. So we live our lives day after day, month after month, year after year, wishing, hoping, angry about the person or persons that injured us. They don't have the audacity to come back and to fix us. Well, guess what? They're not going to do it. That's our job. So I want us to partnership. Go to the link below. Everything is there. If you don't have anybody that will walk with you down the road to self-discovery, to the road of healing, here at the Shame Free Life coaching and consulting firm, that's what we do all day, every day. To help you use the tools that you have to become a much better you. And as I always say and will continue to say, again, that your life begins when you say so. And we're here to help you rebuild your life one brick at a time. It's nobody's responsibility to heal you but you. And not only that, to become a better version of yourself. Hey, peace and blessings. Share this video, like this video. We're here for you. Until next time, peace and blessings to you.
Yeah, shame-free life, shame-free life, shame-free life. Yeah. Shame-free life, shame-free life, shame-free life, shame.